Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trains, and Comic Books channel. I'm Matt, and today we're going to review Barbaric #1. And before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, all that stuff, and just to let you all know, we are doing a 100 subscriber giveaway where we're giving away a Comixology gift card to one lucky winner or multiple, depending on how many enter. And to enter, all you have to do is comment on any video from my monsters video last week and you can comment on as many videos as you want to get your name in there multiple times, and then make sure you're subscribed, and that's all you got to do. So and we'll pick that when we hit 100 or so subscribers, and yeah, but make sure you do that below if you guys want to be entered. And with that, let's get into it. All right, so we start off with Barbaric #1. This is actually the cover, but it's like there's two covers because there's a cover on the front, but it's the same cover right here. And it's from Vault Comics, which I haven't really read any of their stuff too much, but I've heard they're kind of like one of the new up-and-coming indie comics. Right away, it just kind of throws us into this world. There's a man who's like, come on, look at the barbarian slayer kill these evildoers or whatever, and he's got like a Coliseum thing going on. I will say, just before we get started, this is a graphic book. There's violence, of course, and there's also nudity, so be aware of that. He's basically saying, here's a Coliseum. We're gonna have like a gladiatorial fight, and people are gonna die. So check it out, everybody. And he's like, introducing the one, the only, the Barbarian. And then we get to see him. And he comes out. He looks pretty, normal, like he is on the cover. And his axe has this mouth, and he's like not into this. The Barbarian is not into this at all. The axe, though, is like, yes, kill. I need some blood. And it turns out what happens is the Barbarian is not allowed to kill anyone who is good. He can only kill evil people. So the guy who I guess owns the gladiators, that's doing this whole show, he's like, you got to kill. And he's like, I can't do it unless, you tell me that they're evil or whatever. So then he runs through what these guys have done. And we see he's like, oh, this guy, he, enlisted children to smuggle illegal spices across to an entire village. And then this guy, he's like a drunkard who went into the wrong house and accidentally beat the wrong woman to death after he thought it was his wife sleeping with another man. And then we get this little wimpy guy over here, and he just stole something from the village. So the barbarian's like, what do you think, Axe? And the Axe actually talks to him. The Axe is like, we could do the first two, but that last one, that's not a death punishment. Like, stealing isn't a big deal. And so he's like, okay, I can kill those two, but not the last one. And the guy's like, that's not good enough. And he's like, you're gonna fucking have to. So Barbarian tells that kid, hey, I'm not gonna kill you unless you try to attack me. So I'm just gonna kill these two. And right away, that kid's like, yeah, no problem. And the Barbarian attacks, and we see like the axe is like, get that sweet nectar of life, Owen. And I guess this is the only kind of weird. I'm like, the Barbarian's name is Owen. That's kind of a weird Barbarian name, but all right, whatever. But anyway, he just goes all ham on these guys. There's no censorship at all on this. And what's interesting is it seems like the axe must look normal to everybody else, but he sees this mouth and face and everything on it. Because when he talks, people are like, are you talking to your axe? He's like, yeah, what of it? So he does the show for everybody, kills these guys. And then everybody's super into it, all the crowd and everything. And then the owner, the gladiator owner, he's like, can't you just kill that last guy? And he's like, no, but guess what? I could kill you because you're a pretty evil guy, forcing innocent people to murder other innocent people. So he actually kills this dude, chops him in half, and then walks out. Never doesn't have any trouble at all leaving. I thought at least some guards would stop him. But either way, then we get some history on him. He says, I'm a barbarian. I was born through a long line of barbarians, and I come from barbarian lands. My life used to be simple. I drank, I fucked, I fought. I fucked, I fought, I drank. I fought, and then, he's like, you get the point. And then, basically, we get this whole rundown of exactly what happened to him. Why is he in this situation now? Apparently, he was on a ship, or he was raiding a ship. I'm not 100%. But he was on a ship, and he was fighting the people on it, and then some of them turned into witches, and they're like, we're gonna curse you. So they curse him by saying, you've done so much bad in your life, you're definitely going to hell if you die. So, and they show him hell to scare him, and they're like, we're gonna make you basically repay all of your bad deeds because we're gonna curse you and we're gonna give you this axe. And the axe is bloodthirsty. You're already like a barbarian who's crazy and bloodthirsty, but the axe and you can only kill bad people or people that specifically ask for help. Like he has to help anybody that's like, please help me, my family is being hurt by this other person. He's like, oh, god damn it, okay. That's like the basis for this. I'm going to stop right there because there's a good chunk after this, but I don't want to spoil the whole comic. And pretty much that's like the setup for this comic is, he is cursed, this is how he got cursed, and we got a little bit of blood and fun in the beginning. That one is a pretty fun comic. It's a pretty interesting idea. At first I was kind of like, I don't know if I like this idea. I mean, I just like my barbarians to, kill and shit and all that, but like, the whole like witches and the curse, and I want to find out what happens. It was pretty cool. So I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed the violence. I enjoyed the like kind of comedy plot point of he has to like argue with his axe, to figure out who's good, who's bad. Is he allowed to kill this person, that person? So it's going to be a fun comic. I think he could, since he's got his axe with him that can talk, he can kind of walk around by himself, but he's not really by himself kind of thing. So very interesting. I like this comic a lot. What did you guys think about it? Did you guys pick it up this week? Let me know in the comments down below. And remember to like, share, subscribe, and enter yourself in that contest by commenting and subscribing. And we'll see you on the next one.